We will talk about the inheritance. Inheritance not just in Python. All languages which are using the object and the classes, they have the idea of the feature of inheritance. What exactly means the inheritance? Let's now look at how to do the inheritance technically, and with examples you will understand what does it mean exactly, the inheritance, and when to use inheritance. In general, inheritance is like parent and child. Child inherits some attributes from their parents. And in programming languages, we can do the same. We create a parent class. We call it parent class or superclass. And we have child or subclass. Parent class, child class, or superclass, subclass. The superclass is giving their members to the subclass. Subclass inherits from the parent or inherit from the super. Inherit what? Attributes and methods. Let's look at this example. We will create a class with a name person. What attributes this class has? It has first name, last name. And we have one method which is print name. So to create the class, we have to start with class, the name of the class, which is person, then the initialization, the constructor, def, init, self, if name, the first attribute, and all name, the second attribute. Self.first name equals if name, self.last name equals l name. Then def print name self. Here we are printing print self first name, self last name. In the main class, to create an object like here, x equals person John do. When we print, it will print John and do. It will print both of them. Try it yourself. Run. It will print John do. Yeah, John do. Okay. This is one class. This is only one class. If I want to create more, like here, y, for example, equals space equals person Imad, my name, comma, Nasrallah, and I print x and print y dot print name. Run. Let me move from the online to the offline software editor, and yes, file, new file, and let me take the code from here and put it on my file here. File, save, person, save. I don't need to try it here. Let me try it here. Save. Come on, save. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, I don't like this sound. This sound means it's stuck, so let me stop it. Which one? IDLE for squid. Okay. Let me run it again. File, new file, save, person again, and save. No, not again. I don't believe. What? Seriously? What's the problem? Another time. File, new file, save. Not person. What is the problem? What's wrong? It's weird. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Okay. Why? Why is this happening? This is the example which we have done the last week. Keep it. File open. Okay, so it's working. Um, what I want to do, I want to create an array, not just John Doe and Imad Nasrallah. I want to create an array and let the user enter the values, then print all names. But not now, later. So let's go back here to Python. After we created the person class, guys, are you with me? Okay, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't lose the connection. So what we need to do, we need to create a child class. Before we go to the child class, we understand the parent, which is person. It has first name and last name. And it has one method, which is print name. Now, what we are doing here, create a class named student. The class student inherit the properties and methods from the person class. How to do this? You need to create it in this way: class, the name of the child class, the subclass, and between parentheses you have to put the name of the superclass. This superclass must be already created, and you can write pass. What is pass and why we use pass? Pass, we use it if we don't want to add any more properties. Now the student has first name, last name only, like the person. But I can add more, like other things I will do in my example. In our example, here x equals student Mike Olson and x dot, nothing happened, nothing changed. X equals student. What is the student? Student is exactly person, because student inherits from person. What exactly the subclass inherits from superclass? Everything. Everything in the person is moved to the student. So right now, at this example, student and person exactly the same. So here, when we write x equals student Mike Olson print, it will print Mike Olson. Now, if we want to do different things, add the init function to the student class. Student person init self f name l name, and you can do it here, but to call the function from the init function, I mean, from the superclass, you can write the name of the superclass dot init self if name l name, or you can use super dot init instead of using the name of the superclass. The person is the superclass. So while we are working within the subclass, If I want to mention the name of the superclass, I don't need to write its name. I can do it by writing super. So super here, super, make the child class inherit all methods and properties from its parents. Look at the example here. Class student person, def init self if name l name, super dot init if name l name, then self dot graduation year 2019. So the student here is not exactly the person. I told you before, student is exactly the person, but this example, student has three things: first name, last name, graduation year. But the person has only two parts: if name, l name, first name, last name. So what we can understand that the subclass takes everything from the superclass, and we can add more things, or more attributes, I mean, or more properties to the subclass. Now, if I want to create student, I have to put first name, last name, and what? The year. I have to put the year. Why? Because if I don't put the year, it will be wrong. It will be person, but student, I must add the year. Let's go to our example here. Mahmoud, Yusuf, keep silent, please. Class student. Let me just go a little down. Class student. The class student inherits from person, so I write person between parentheses. Then, what do I have for the class student? If nothing changed, I just write pass. If there is any change, I have to make the init. So def init self what? I have the if name because I'm taking it from the parent, and I have the L name, I'm taking it from the parent, and I add the graduation year. So I here I have, when I have if name, L name, graduation year, logically what I have to do, I have to write self dot first name equals if name, and self dot last name equals L name, and self dot graduation year equals graduation year. Correct? But if you look here, self dot first name equals if name, self dot last name equals L name. What is the difference between these two statements here and these two statements here? I'll tell you, and I know you know, there is no difference. It's exactly the same. What if the class person, instead of two attributes, suppose it has five attributes? If name, last name, address, phone number, age. So I have here to put self dot address equals address and self dot phone number equals phone number and self dot age equals age, and I have to repeat them here. If I do this, then what is the benefit of using inheritance? Logically, there is no benefit. Why? Because I'm repeating. Suppose here I didn't put person. I just put class student. And all of course, here I have to add, let me put space here. Here I have to add address, comma, phone number, comma, age. I'm repeating. So if I have two properties or attributes or five or 10 or whatever, I don't need to repeat them. I don't need to repeat writing them in this way. What I have to do instead of this, because these statements exactly here, it's like I have a function here and I'm repeating the function down. Instead of repeating the function down, we can call the function. Calling the function means run the code inside it. And this is the meaning of super. Super dot init and everything. So here I'll do this. Super dot and take this here. Super dot init self name, lname, address, phone, age. What exactly I'm doing here? I'm calling this initialization. This is the meaning of super dot init first name, last name. It's the same. Okay. The graduation year, I'll put it at the end. So here we have address. Okay, exactly like up, then year, and here I don't write graduation year, it's enough to write year. Where is the super? I deleted the super. When? What? Super. When I delete it, I didn't notice either. Okay. Init of all of these. No, all of these. But without self. I don't need to put self here because it's a calling, not creating. So here what I'm doing, calling the parent init and add anything like the student has graduation year. Maybe the student has grade. So here I can add grade. So I need to add it down. Self dot grade equals grade. Okay? Now let's look down here. I have two persons, but if I run now, I'll get error. Why? Because the person, besides first name, last name, the person has address, phone number, and age. So let's do a person and a student. Let's complete the person. After full name, I'll name address. It is 230 Parkway Drive, comma. The phone number is 905-544-5678, and the age is 26. This is the person. The method of a print name will keep printing the name. I can create another method def print age self. Print self, self dot age. Now for this person, I can print the name. Here it is printing the name. And I can print the age. X dot print age. Let's run before doing anything more. Name self, self, what I have done. Where is the self? Did I put self? Where is it? SELG. X equals line 7. Selj.age equals age. So it's Selj. It has here self. Okay. Now we have John Doe and 26. If I want to add a student, suppose y is the student equals student. For the student, I need to write first name, last name, address, phone number, age, year, and grade. The name is Swati, comma. The last name is Kaur, comma. The address is 4345 York Land, whatever. The phone number is 905-555-2232. The age is 19. No, not 29, 19. It's not enough. If I run now, let's run. So John Doe is correct, but missing two required position, year and graduate. So here I still need to write the year 2019, for example, and 90. Let's run module. Okay. Address is not defined. Address. Name address is not defined. What's the wrong with the address? Self.address equals address. First name, last name, address, phone, age, year, grade. So, okay, I need spaces. I need spaces. If name, last name, address, phone, and age, then year and grade. First name, last name, address, phone, and age, then year and okay, so where is the error? I don't see it. Name, last name, address. How many S here? How many S? Okay, that's it. Still not defined. Why? Let me see again. If name, L name, address, phone, and age. If name, L name, address, phone, and age. Okay. Super. What does it say? Name address is not defined. Y equals Swati core. The address is here. The phone number, age, okay. Name address is not defined. How come? Why it's not defined? Super.init if name, L name, address, self.address equals address. The address is here, the phone number is here, the age is here. Yes, all of them are correct. What's wrong with the address? I don't see any problem with the address. Remove the address. I don't want the address. Okay. Now we don't have the address. Can you work or not? Okay. Run. Grade. Is it missing? Init missing one requirement. Grade. And what is the 90 here? Okay. Student. If name. Oh, the address. I have to remove it from here. Okay. Now. Okay. So now if I print name of y and print age, let's run. Okay, so we print, as you see here, the class student, from the beginning of the class to the end of the class, it doesn't have a method print age or print name. But when I use print name and print age with y, it works. Even y is a class, is an object of. So here let's differentiate between them. Object of the person class. Here objects of the student class. Y is an object of the student class, but when I call print name and print age, it works. Why? Because these two methods are in the super class, in the parent. Everything in the parent is moved to the child. Let's see what do we have here. Print self first name, self last name to the class, graduation year. Okay, so let's do here something, not here, here. In the student class, I want to print the student name and their grade. Here, def print name and grade self. Print self dot if name comma self. Let me put a space. Always we have to put space in Python. Dot not if name, it has to be first name. First name, last name, comma, self dot grade. Okay. I don't need to print these or keep the age, but let's, instead of print name, let's print name and age. Run. Where is the error? I didn't put the bracket. Okay. Run module. Still, where is the error? What? Oh, I forgot this. I'm sorry. I have to do it in this way. Run module. Still, what's now? It's too far, I think. Okay. Why I put cursor here? Delf, oh my gosh, def. Okay. Student object has no attribute, print, name, and age. Why? The student has, maybe I didn't write the spelling correctly. Let me try again. And grade, and here I put and age. Great. Okay. So we print out the name and the grade. What I want to show you here is, suppose here for the x, I tried x dot print name and grade. What do you think I will get? Sandeep, what do you want? What do you think? Not what do you want. What do you think here is happening? Before I run, who can tell me? Shivani, Sandeep, Swati, Kamaldeep, any one of you? Jasdev, Anurit, tell me what gonna happen and why. From the last time, I'm trying to change this, but until now, no hope. Attendance? No, not attendance, just if. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. The question is, look at this code here. I added this statement down. X dot print name and grade. Here in the class student, we have the init and this function, which is print name and grade. But in the class person, I have print name, I have print age. So now I have two objects. Object from the person class, which is X. Object from the student class, which is Y. For the first object, I call the function print name, print age, print name, and grade. For the second object, I call the function print name and grade, the function print age. What is the wrong of this program? Why it gives me an error? This is my question. Who can tell me why there is an error? Yes. Who can tell me what is the problem? Yes, who's telling me here? Who? Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. This was up. I didn't see you are talking. You are talking and talking, you write address, blah blah blah. I'm so sorry. I haven't seen all of this conversation. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm so sorry. Now I see. So we don't have first name and last name. Where? Dauran, you say we don't have first name and last name. Yes, Anupreet. But parent, we don't have grade. So you call it through object of person class. Okay. Age. 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 Now, yes, if we run, it will be error or not? It's error. So let's have a look again. In the class student, we have the method or the function named print name and age. So for the object of the student class, it will work. If I comment this, now run module, it's working. Swati core 19, so everything is okay. But if I remove the comment from here and try to run, I'll get the error. Why? Even I have age, there is an age here. The problem is not if I have an age or I don't have an age. The problem is I don't have the whole function. Here in the parent doesn't take anything from the child. Child is taking from the parent. So I want you to differentiate. It's very important to know the direction. The inheritance direction is from parent to child, not from child to parent. So if I have property in the parent, it will be moved to the child. If I have a method in the parent, it will be automatically moved to the child. But anything in the child is not moving to the parent. What I mean by moving, I mean the child can use any of the parent attributes. Like here, Y is a student. Y is using print age. Print age is not here. If you search the student, you will not find print age. There is no method named print age in the student, but it works. Why? It's here for the parent. Anything in the parent is accessed by the child. The child can access anything in the parent. The parent cannot access what's in the child. So here the problem this function n is in the child, not available for the parent. This here, print age, this function is in the parent, so it's available for the child. Okay? Anything in the parent will be available for the child, but not the opposite. So here, this is wrong. It has to be commented, because if I don't comment it, it will not work. Okay. Any questions? we can make it like a global. What do you mean? What do you mean by like a global? Any attributes or methods in the parent are available for the child. And what? The parent can have multiple children. Childs. Okay? One parent can have more than one. Okay. One parent can have more than one child, but the child has only one parent. No problem. Let me mark the attendance. Anmolpreet, Anorit, sorry, Arsh. Where's Arshdeep? Not here. Arshdeep here. Okay, Dowrin here. Dopinder. Yes. Gorveer. I think I saw Gorveer. Yes. Jasdev. Jasmine. Where are you, Jasmine? Joban. Where's Joban? Okay. Kamal. Yes. Kushi. Where is Kushi? Kushi, where are you? Kushi. Navdeep. Where's Navdeep? Robanpreet. Okay, Robanpreet. Where is... How How many Ruben Brit we have? Ruben Brit 3, Ruben Brit 2. Where is Ruben Brit 1? Shivani, I saw Shivani. Sukanya, Sandeep, Swati, Yao, I saw Yao is typing. Swati, yes. Where's Otsav? Here, okay. Where's Prabjot? Okay. Where's Navdeep? And Kushi? Kushi having network problem. I thought Kushi is eating sushi. Okay. How about Navdeep? Does he has network issues? Kushi here. Okay, I already marked your. Okay. Ruban Brit 3. Okay, Ruban Brit. I already marked your attendance. I'm asking about Navdeep. Where is Navdeep? Okay, no problem. Let's have a break right now for 30 minutes. So let's meet at 7:45 or 43. Yes, I will stop sharing and stop sharing here, stop the mic, and see you after 30 minutes.